Master, a new episode of Etherreach has dropped. Oh, that's great. Thanks, Trooper. You doing okay? No. Well, you're watching Etherreach on the Homebrew Studios channel.
Previously on Etherreach. It was essentially rudimentary concession stands.
They don't even have tomatoes yet.
You missed nothing. Everything that comes out of that man's mouth is wrong.
Wait, Karl, what do you think is happening?
Don't worry.
After they say that, because I
I'll
wasn't
take
paying
care of
attention, I'd like to answer.
You know, he makes
All
a
right.
good point.
Drink it and say, that was delicious.
Karl,
I'm not doing shit.
Drink it and say, that was delicious.
Karl, he doesn't need to do that.
Oh, wait. Let's see where this goes.
Tell you what, just if it's not stressing you out too much, would you like to join me in the music room for a little bit of practice?
Yeah.
Practice?
Get it, cuz. If you can prove that he's also a freak just like Miara, we'll prove this whole establishment is broken. All right? Everybody's a freak.
I'm a little confused about it. It's from Marabelle.
Oh.
It says that Asher's having a little something in his room tonight.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
There's gonna be a party tonight. In Saren's room.
You sly fox.
You notice that Seraphine also gets a message. She kind of looks at it. And she puts it back down. And then she looks over at Stellan and says, Stellan, what are you doing tonight? And to which Stellan says, Oh, I'm not sure. I was planning on looking at the stars. And Seraphine says, Well, would you like to... There's going to be a little bit of a get-together in Asher's room. Would you like to come by? I'm happy to bring you. And to which Stellan says, Oh. And you read on... Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
And you read on his face that, oh, Asher is not the right guy to lead me into this.
In which case, I'm gonna put my hand on his arm or wherever on him. I'm gonna go, Karl and I are gonna be there. You can hang out with us if you get uncomfortable.
Oh. Yeah, then, yeah, I guess I am going to the party.
Cool.
Well, that's fun.
Aurelia, you're going too, right?
And Aurelia kind of sits back and she starts, like, nervously, she starts kind of picking at her hands and kicking and bouncing her leg a little bit.
Mm-hmm. And can I...
Yes, you can.
Thank you.
What are we doing?
If you roll bad one more time,
Are you rolling to do something?
I already had done that.
That is so rude.
Maybe you want to borrow some of my time?
Yeah, can I actually?
What-
Give me a good one.
Yeah.
Give me the...
this one.
Yeah,
What
let's...
would Melron and Karl be talking about now? Corbin is here.
Let's
I guess it's better.
It's better. Let's try that one.
I'm just not meant to insight well.
Okay.
Which of those rolls can I use?
The lowest one.
The low. Yeah, so that's gonna be 12.
12.
Because that was a nat 1.
You can tell that
so-
she's very clearly nervous.
Okay.
And she's just kind of bouncing her leg there and she's like, I don't want to be a distraction to anybody at the party. I think I'll just stay in my room.
Well, if you change your mind or if you want some company, just send me a message, okay?
Okay.
I mean, we're gonna see each other in a little bit for practice anyway, so,
Right.
maybe after you spend some time in the music room and we kind of get into a nice flow, maybe you'll change your mind.
Okay.
I don't think it would be a bad thing, but again, totally understand, no pressure from me or anybody else, and if anybody tries to pressure you, you just let me know, okay?
Okay. Thank you, Debbie.
Of course.
That's really sweet of you.
Yeah.
We are going to bounce over to you. Coming back to Melron and Karl.
You're talking about defense styles, and I'm showing you sketches of weaponry that Karl has designed, and you realize he's very broad. You could probably catch, because you'd consider yourself analytical, I would imagine, right? You probably catch that his journal is this very organized book of inventions, and there's some parts that it's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. But in the table of contents, there's obviously the weapons section that points out. And then there's one that's literally just called Diabolical. It's like, oh. And then there's another section that's just failed experiments. It's like, oh, that's interesting. But he scrolls to the weapons and he's pretty much just like, oh yeah. And so like that defense style probably would work great if you had this also as well, because
Guys,
I bring Corbin into the conversation too.
we're going to a party tonight. I already told Deb you have no choice.
What party?
And I'm dragging you. You have no choice. And Corbin, you have no choice because I'm also dragging you.
What?
sorry, Corbin, you're on your own. You're friends with her.
What
You
did
wanna
I
ditch?
What's...
There's
hang
a
on.
party tonight.
Oh.
Mhm.
Where?
Saren's room.
Okay.
Isn't that Asher's room?
Is it?
Can I put two together? It's most likely Asher.
Yeah.
throwing the
Oh
party?
yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. And especially since you know that Saren leaves almost every night, you're gonna assume that Saren might not be there.
I'm gonna message him actually.
You're gonna message
On the
Saren.
blueberry.
Okay.
Um,
Gotcha.
Your first message with him. Do you know?
Thanks for inviting me to your party.
You heard that Asher seems to be throwing a party in your room tonight.
You send that,
Mhm.
and you don't hear a response back for a little bit.
I'm really excited. This is going to be my first mainline party.
You're gonna get a message from Marabelle on your blueberry, and you're gonna say, "Are they coming?"
Yes.
Okay.
Undecided.
No, they have no choice.
You two are going.
I mean, I'm not at the table, but
Yeah.
she did say that Debbie's coming,
Mhm.
and I am coming.
Yeah.
So.
Pointing, I guess, then at Corbin and
And he's gonna kind of look at you, and seeing you so excited for the party, he's gonna kind of go, yeah, I think it would be fun.
Mhm.
Sure.
We got so many people to come to this party.
See, Marabelle reached out to the right people because she knows no one fucking likes her.
Yeah.
I'll go.
No. Hearing you say, I'll go, no! You were my hope!
Yeah, Karl has to go.
I'm not going.
Do you say you're not going?
Yeah, he just said, I'm not going.
Fine, I guess.
Oh, I can't, no.
Thank you for spending time with your cousin.
I would like for
Debbie.
whoever has a passive perception of 18 or above, let me know.
Passive perception?
Yes.
Yes.
You do? You do?
Does a 7 count?
Do you have a passive perception above?
Is it golf
Oh,
rules?
absolutely.
You do?
Yeah, my passive is 24.
Cool. All of you see that Marabelle gets up from her table and goes over to go talk to Saphira.
Oh, because she doesn't have her blueberry, probably.
Zafira doesn't have anybody's blueberry except for mine and Karl's, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, does she have anybody else's
She does
blueberry?
not have Melron and Narine's. I'm not going to say what
I
else
can
she
read
has.
lips. What are they talking about? Is it about the party?
Yeah, you said yes to observant. This is what you get. I
Oh,
know the pain.
I know. I'll whisper.
I was gonna say, you're whispering. She gets to know.
And then I don't have observant, but is there anything
No.
that I... Hey, I figured I'd ask.
Carl's having a crisis right now. His whole shtick is, I'm avoiding people.
Yeah.
And here he is being told, you're going to go to the event where everybody is. And he's like, I don't want to go.
It doesn't matter.
I don't want to go.
It doesn't matter.
Everything's
Debbie
going
and
to
I
go
will
wrong.
Mm.
And actually, while I'm here, while you sit on that, I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Go piss girl.
No, Melron, change your mind. Give me somebody that will be with me when
It's
I
gonna
don't
be
go.
so much fun.
What's going to be
If
fun
you
about
want someone with you, then
It's gonna be
come to the
people.
party. I don't plan on staying the entire time.
it? You know why I don't want to go. Yeah, let's stop
Maybe
pretending. Good for me. Me, my fucking parents? Good for you. It's an L. Don't do that. No.
I mean,
Why? What? Why? How do your eyes bubble like it's if it's like this watery, teary thing all the time?
that's just how I am. I'm a water genasi.
Yeah, but now it makes you look like you're really sad.
No, not?
You're gonna get a blueberry thing from Melron who's sitting right next to you, but not gonna say it out loud.
God.
And it's gonna say
You know, the red.
like, it's not like that.
Oh, thank God,
it's
it's not
about-
Saphira.
It's about learning to live. Perhaps this might not be exactly that, but maybe it's a start.
Pop
Perhaps
off.
you should try.
Pop off, King.
Oh yeah, when did you start learning to live, Mister? I keep everyone at a sword's distance. Send.
Crazy.
Hey, Melron,
Yeah. Oh.
would you like to go? Your name is DM.
You're Corbin.
Spenser.
I blueberry
Corbin.
Karl being trying to convince him to go, being like, it could be good, learning to live and all that.
I gave him
And then he
sad,
messaged back,
sad
and
eyes.
what do you know?
What do you know about that, Mister? I keep everyone at a sword's distance.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if the prince is there, are you going to cause problems by being like, oh, I hate him. I wish that the revolution was actually functional.
I love how you keep bringing up a revolution, and you're the only one who witnessed it, so we're just like...
There's no revolution. There's no way those idiots are doing that. Meanwhile, he's like, I'm not crazy.
Debbie believes you.
Listen,
I'm not gonna-
that's
I'm
a
not
different
gonna-
king of
Yeah.
politics. Nerine knows nothing about that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Melron, would you like to go to the gym with me later, but before the party?
Sure.
Okay.
Well, I'm also going to the gym. Do you mind if
Oh,
I
yeah.
take a look? Okay, cool.
I text the stereo,
Good.
please tell me you're not going to this stupid fucking party in Asher's room.
You send that.
Yeah.
There's no response yet.
Okay. He's at this point, right, because we're in winter now, he's probably used to the fact that responses take a while from her.
Yes.
I might not hear from her today.
Yes. And that's kind of the vibe that you're getting.
No.
With that, the lunch bell is going to ring. Time to go back to class.
Oh, thank God, math.
Oh, math.
Hey, I'll help you.
Okay.
Don't bring up the fucking party or I'll give you the wrong answers.
Okay.
And you won't know if they're wrong or not.
All right. Hook promise.
And he pulls out his sickle.
You pull away. No, I'm not going to do that. No, I'm not.
I cut off her finger.
I was about to say, I was going to say, like, yeah.
Quick! We gotta keep it warm!
It's just like me and the cigarette all over again.
Does anything happen with the classes?
Nothing in particular as you head back into your math class. It's an escape for you. All the smart people do well. All the dumb people do not do well.
Well, I'm gonna be doing the better.
The better. You to doing it.
I'm doing it
Actually,
so
focus
good.
this time because I have
2 + 2 is not 5.
Oh, no, that's a fish.
Curious.
It's not fish either.
Oh.
When you get, you are 1 fish.
Yes.
If there's another fish, how many fish?
Well, that usually leads to 3 fish at least.
No, that's 2 Okay, let's rewind.
Okay, so with that all being said, and you go through the math class, nothing necessarily important happens there.
Mhm.
With fine arts, though, you are all given a project.
Ooh.
We can go through it pretty quickly if you'd like to. However, what is interesting is that for this semester, you are going to be divided up a little bit differently. All of you have been getting to know each other within your study groups, but now you will form a group of 5, each with another person from another study group.
Oh
This could go either very well or very bad.
Yeah.
For Karl, the odds are it's bad, all right?
Yeah.
Most people in the school do not currently like him, or they at most avoid him.
Debbie,
Yes.
you are paired up with Aurelia,
Okay.
Oh shit, that's one person that likes me. Well, that's out.
Asher,
Uh-huh.
Cedric,
Okay.
and Zafira.
Splendid. Splendid. Well, at least you're safe.
That's what I was cheering about. Not that you got her, that I didn't.
Yeah.
Nerine,
Yeah.
you are paired up with Lyra,
Okay.
Orin,
Mhm.
Grush,
Nice.
and Marabelle.
Woof. Woof.
Yowza.
Woof.
Karl.
Woof.
Yeah.
You're paired up with Elias,
Okay.
Seraphine,
Okay.
Saren,
Okay.
and Asterial.
All right. No, nobody that has a severe problem that I'm aware of with me.
Okay.
And Melron, that leaves you with Sariva, Corbin, Stellan, and Phelan.
solid group right there.
Mm-hmm.
The assignment itself is fairly easy. It's not the hardest one in the world. It's mainly just for you all to have a discussion with each other, to figure out each other's culture and where you come from and what values are important to you. This is just to kind of get, this is an exercise in trying to communicate with everybody professionally in circles that are away from you, breaking down boundaries, as it were. It's up to you guys how in depth you want to play this. I can just kind of summarize what'll happen if you want to move it quickly. But if there's anyone in particular there are a couple of important ones, but if there's anyone in particular, let me know, and I'll tell you either how two NPCs interact with each other, or how an NPC will interact with you.
I'd like to know the important ones.
Okay.
I
Cool.
was gonna say, just go through them.
Yeah.
We got this.
So for your group,
Mhm.
everybody's kind of talking with each other. Mainly Cedric and Aurelia are in your group. That's like the two most famous people in here. And you get the sense that Cedric and Aurelia haven't really been able to talk to each other very much. They run in different circles, and Aurelia isn't the most social person. And with this, you're finding that they're actually connecting with each other over that sense of fame and being around each other.
Good.
And that's a fairly wholesome interaction.
Good. Who was the fourth one?
Oh,
that's right. No, I remember now.
You got Asher.
I
and
oh
Zafira.
god, I forgot about both of them. Jeez.
Yeah, so those two are having their peaceful moment.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
I'm
That's-
loving that.
that's the nice moment.
Yay!
Goody.
One last
Zafira kind of looks at you and says, I haven't really gotten the chance to get to know you as a roomie.
This bitch.
Fix your face.
Yeah,
And that's on me, that's not on you.
Hmm.
I mean, it's not wrong.
Oh, no.
Poor little kitty meow meow.
Yeah, I would love to have a moment to chat with you and catch up, see how you're doing.
Sure, yeah. I think that we should talk outside of this, but I just wanted to make sure that I send you, an olive branch, as it were.
Okay. And I'm gonna roll an insight. Okay. Specifically, why she thinks we should talk outside. That's a 23.
Okay. Specifically, why she thinks you should talk outside is because it's a conversation between roomies, and you're with a group of 3 other people.
Okay.
Like, she doesn't, and especially since she's with Cedric and Aurelia, that's high esteem crowd.
Okay.
And then also, just to cover his bases, Asher kind of, in general, is just like, hey, just making sure you come to the party, right? Cool. I look forward
And everyone here is too.
Oh, yeah, of course. I just want to make sure you were coming.
Mm.
And Aurelia, you coming? Yeah? That kind of like, just double checking his bases, covering everything. So that's your group.
With the
Nerine,
pointy stick.
you have Grush, Lyra, Oren, and Marabelle.
Oh, almost so good.
You know what? It's an interesting group, and I'm not upset with it.
Flavorful.
Mm-hmm.
The instant you sit down, Marabelle leans forward and she's like, okay, just making sure everybody's come to the party, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Love that. Fantastic. I just wanted to make sure. Oren, you're coming. And Oren's kind of sitting back there. He's like, okay. That's fine.
Oh,
That's
he's
fine.
just a
I guess."
baby.
And Grush is kind of like, yes, I am excited for this party. And a good time will be had by
Love
all.
Grush.
And after that, that's really the only out of the norm thing. Obviously, you and Grush bond a little bit more over your different cultures, but you've also had this conversation with him before, so it's mainly educating everyone else around you.
Right.
Oren is very receptive to this. He hasn't been able to really talk to you very much, so it's really fascinating for him to listen to what you have to say. Lyra, you have gotten the sense that Lyra has been fairly space cadet-y, but as you talk to her, she does take a keen interest in the culture of Aquatheria, especially around how free-flowing it is. It's not as rigid and structured as it is here. And Marabelle happily listens to you.
Of course she does.
Yeah.
Because she's a bitch.
Yeah,
Who
Nerine is
said that?
absolutely having a blast.
Yeah.
The fact that Oren and them are so receptive. It genuinely does make her happy.
Just a little bit about the other ones. Marabelle comes from a noble family in the Kingsland. She is interested in fashion design, and she loves to figure out ways to imbue magical power into her clothes.
Interesting.
Orin is a tinkerer. That's all he really gets out. Lyra is very fascinated in holistic healing and palmistry, astrology, the sense of being in tune with oneself through nature. Grush, you've talked to him a bunch before, but you also discover that he is very interested in rescuing nature and protecting natural boundaries and natural environments.
Oh my god, he's such a good guy.
You get the sense that
God.
through his kind of broken common that he is very interested in making sure that his nation's environments stay as special to him as they possibly can.
And Nerine, like, she relays this to him, but she's very much on the same page with her own land because the oceans are very important.
Sure.
Especially to her. Like, she is very keen on keeping the oceans as they should be, protecting the coral reefs and any of the life forms that live in it. Sharks, dolphins, like the ecosystem can be very delicate.
Yeah, he's right there on board with you. Next group, Karl. We have Saren, Elias, Seraphine, and Asteria. None of them mention the party. None of them mention anything really that's going on. And as you all kind of talk amongst each other, there's this very polite sense of conversation. But all 5 of you don't really drive the conversation. You get the job done. You learn shallow facts about each other. And unless you continue it, it will not go any further.
So, you guys hear about Professor Miara?
With that, Asteriel's going to kind of look at you and she's like, no, what's up?
Well, I've been told I may be wrong, but there's definitely parts of it that everybody agrees on. We noticed that Lyra and Asher were talking to her, and they clearly were hitting on her, and my theory, I think they were planning a threesome.
When you say that, Elias bursts out laughing. And he's like, okay, really? That's hilarious.
I mean, think about it, right? Asher.
I don't really want to think about it.
But, like, picture it in your mind.
No.
Asher.
No, I don't really want to.
And now Asher's throwing this party?
Throwing a party?
Yeah, he's throwing a party. He's throwing a party in your guys' rooms. He points to Saren.
And Saren's like, yeah, I knew about that one.
I assume you approved.
Yeah, I did. And Asteriel, you're going to kind of furrow your eyes, and Asteriel's going to go, you didn't approve, did you? And you just kind of go, no, I don't. We had an agreement. I don't spend much time in the room, so I don't really get a say in what happens in it. I like to sleep outside. So I can't really say what happens at night in my room, but I'm probably not going to go to this thing. And Asteriel's like, well, that settles it. I don't think I'm going to go either. And when she says that, she's going to make really quick but intent eye contact with you.
What am I reading from that?
Oh, you sent her a message.
Yeah, I'm not really sure I'm gonna go. Maybe at most hang around the area just in case. 'Cause my study group, they're all going. They want me to go. I've been told. No, I actually got told that not only are my study group expecting me, but they've told other people that they're expecting me. So I hope I'm not going, but I'm probably being dragged along.
Well, I'll be here as your escape route if you need it.
Cute.
Thanks. And why did Melron have to say yes?
What's wrong with who cares about what Melron thinks?
He I thought would have at least been on my side. I knew Nerine and Debi were gonna go. You know, him going? Crazy.
And Seraphine's going to kind of sit forward and like look at you very intently. And she'll reach into her pocket and pull out the blueberry. And then you'll get a message. And she says, "Do you mind if I talk to you after?"
What's she trying to say to him?
Sure, is something wrong?
Different vibes.
Did you say that out loud?
I texted it.
Oh, you text it.
Sure, is something wrong?
And she gets that and she kind of like really quickly is like, no, there are a couple things I need to talk about with you.
Mm-hmm.
Sus.
Are you going, Elias?
And Elias is like, maybe. And he kind of like, you see the wheels turning and the gears turning in his head.
I mean, like, if anybody were to crash the party and make it fun, it's probably gonna be you.
No, we're thinking the same thing.
Yeah. You sight to behold.
Yeah.
You know, definitely piss off some people.
You got any ideas in that notebook?
I mean, it's a notebook of ideas, basically. So yeah. What are you thinking?
You know what I can do. Let
I
me
do.
know. Let me know if you have anything fun.
Is there like any moral things I need to be aware of?
Let's not kill anybody.
Okay, well that's gonna eliminate a bunch of it.
Let's not kill or maim. And as you're saying that, Asterios like, how about we just don't do anything?
Party pooper.
Party pooper.
Okay. You're right, we could do nothing.
It's a party pooper.
And we definitely shouldn't kill or maim. So what if instead we do something that's harmless, but points out that it's messed up they didn't ask for Saren's approval?
And Saren is going to kind of hear that and he's going to go,
Teach them a lesson.
Oh my
You gotta
god.
think of them. They're not our fellow students right now. And he looks at Asterio. They're our enemy combatants.
Oh.
We gotta take care of this problem.
Oh.
you are speaking my language.
I say we
Wow.
crash the party.
Look at this little
Oh
group.
my god.
But with Seraphine there, what's gonna happen? She's a little snitch.
Her relationship with Marabelle does really send up some warning flags.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
wanna
You
like,
know what?
I want to like her so much.
I know what I want you to do, pointing at Elias.
Okay.
But we're gonna need somebody who's even better at tech than me to help me with this. Can somebody convince Oren to help me finish? I'm gonna pull out the multi-spring gear. This.
The multi what?
The thing that Karl's been tinkering with since the start of the semester.
Uh-huh.
Like multi-containered spring gear of tools and all
Right.
sorts of stuff.
Right.
That had all his clothes in it that exploded.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right.
Call back to the first episode.
And Asterios going to kind of think about it and I think I'll be able to talk to the right people.
Now, you're our moral compass here.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you make something with gas?
Oh no. What kind of gas?
Well, that's what we're the moral compass. I just want to know if first Elias can make something with gas.
Oh, okay. Elias is where she's going to say, oh no, what kind of gas? Elias is going to lean forward. What kind of gas?
Gas that does spells. Enchantment spells? All we need is enchantment for this one.
Cool.
And there's only one spell I got in mind. And I don't have his phone, do I?
I don't think so.
You do not have Elias's blueberry.
I have my blueberry.
He's like, Elias leans forward and he's like, you know what this means.
I'm ready.
And if you were to look around the group, there would be this sense of like, what are we watching? What's happening?
Two worlds colliding.
And Elias will
Chaos.
tink blueberries with you.
That's the spell that he gets in a text.
And Elias is going to look at that and he's going to go, no problem. How many do you want? I'm sorry, he's going to message that back. He's not going to say that
Yeah.
out loud. He's going to say, how many do you want?
There are 8 chambers.
I'm going to need some ingredients. And he is going to send you a list.
Saren. Saren. Can you get these ingredients for Elias?
Look, actually, you know what? Let me see that. And Asteriel's like, no, stop. Hang on. Hang on.
I love
What are we
classical
trying to do here?
collaboration.
And I'll show her the text message.
And she'll kind of look at it and she'll go, I'm going to pretend that I didn't see anything.
That would be wise.
If you say that I had any involvement in it, I can ruin you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's the threat?
And then Asteriel's going to look at Seraphine and you.
Now realizing Seraphine's still at the table.
Yeah. I'll talk to you later.
Ooh, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Look at Karl making friends.
Oh my
in the
god, you
most
making plans.
You
and
dangerous
plots.
way possible.
You have
You
a
should
whole
go do
group of
eco-terrorism
people.
with a certain someone.
I can't wait for what Seraphine has to say to you.
All right, with
Oh, I need
that,
to look into
that
that.
ends your group.
Yep.
Melron,
Yes.
heading over to you with Sariva, Corbin, Stellan, and Phelan.
Yep.
Solid group right there.
Hell yeah.
As you all kind of sit there and talk about each other,
Surface fucking level.
as you stay
I'll talk
as
about my time in the military and that's it.
Yep. You talk about how you were a teenage soldier, basically.
You
More or
was a
less, if I'm
boy.
remembering
Yeah,
the
joined
timeline
16.
correctly. Yeah.
Don't make it any more obvious.
Sariva's going to kind of nod and connect with you in a certain way over her own upbringing. She was not military, but she got brought into the circus world at a very young age as well. That's where she kind of learned her trade.
And she's so good at it.
Phelan talks about his interest in art and his interest in painting and how that affected his growth as he was coming up. Corbin goes on about cooking. He feels comfortable in this group, especially with Sariva and Stellan right next to him. He feels very comfortable opening up. And weirdly, considering the first interaction with Corbin and Phelan, where Phelan was naked when Corbin came
Mhm.
into the room for the first time,
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
they are roommates.
They were roommates.
They were.
And they seem very comfortable with each other.
Okay.
Good for them.
Phelan is going to look at you in particular when you're talking about your service level military stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And he's not going to pursue anything further.
He's reading you.
I know. He is. I'll probably at some point surface level think when I realize he's looking at me being stop reading my mind. And I'm gonna think that.
Okay. He keeps staring at you. Do you have any sort of magical sensing?
I mean I have defined sense.
Okay.
But
With that, unless you find something about it, that's going to be the end of the class.
nothing in particular, no.
And we are now going to start entering the daytime
I
period.
forgot I can speak telepathically within 30 feet of me. I keep forgetting that I can do that.
Yeah.
You have your daytime. Immediately after class, Seraphine's going to go over to you, Karl. And she's going to say, mind if I... Can we talk off?
yeah.
Okay. And she's going to pull you out onto the roof.
Okay.
And she's going to say, sorry for... I know it's a little chilly out here, but I just... I haven't really gotten the chance to talk with you one-on-one, and I figure I should get your opinion on some things.
Yeah. Is it medical? Like about... Like
No,
uses
no,
of
no,
the-
no, no,
of
no,
the
no.
Stabbing?
But that's really cool, and I'll talk to you about that, but I feel like this is going to be a little bit more important.
Oh, okay.
This is hard to talk about. And I just want to make sure, because I want to make sure that everything's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Stellan and I are talking.
Mhm.
And I know that you're close with him.
Mhm.
And I want to make sure that his friends like me.
Why?
Because it's important to me that his circle likes me. if we're going to keep talking.
I mean, we don't, like, people don't check on each other when it comes to friends, like, in that way. You have your friends and you may share friends and all that, but with, am I smart enough to determine what's being said to me?
Are you wise enough?
Yeah, well,
that's the question.
No, unless you let me roll.
Okay, I mean, go for it. Go for it. Insight.
You got this, Karl.
No. Honey banana dice. All right, 15.
15.
Okay.
It's a good roll.
You're seeing a lot of earnest nervousness. She's nervous to talk to you. And whether it's because of you or if it's because of Stellan and her really wanting to impress you, you're not sure yet.
Look, do I make you uncomfortable in some capacity? I know I have. Look, I know I'm a loopy guy.
Yeah.
I have a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Like, I get that. So if I make you uncomfortable, I'm sorry. I don't want that to stop you from being friends with Stellan,
Well, he's been friends with you for a while.
Well, yeah, but that shouldn't hold you back from being friends with
No,
him.
and I trust his judgment, so that means you must be okay.
I appreciate that, but he's free to pick and choose his friends,
I know. I just wanted to, make sure that your opinion of me is okay.
I love how you guys
I guess I don't know. Let me
conversations.
let me do the like an interrogation, I guess. Are you nice to him?
I try to be.
Right. And he's nice to you.
I like to think so.
We'll cut back on that. You're not talking bad about him to anybody?
No.
You're not talking bad, I guess, about anybody to anybody?
For DM, I just want to make sure, what does that mean?
Basically, you're, obviously bad people do bad things.
Yes.
That's one thing. But, you're not talking bad about somebody who doesn't deserve it.
I see.
Yeah.
When you ask her that, she kind of goes, I do talk about people, but
Okay. You hanging out with the wrong crowd or something?
wrong crowd is a matter of perspective, I think.
Not really. I mean, think about it, right? You can have somebody who donates to charity and also kills people. I wouldn't go and say they're a good person. You should go be friends with them.
Right.
Right? So, what do they do? What are their intentions? Their motives, right?
Sure.
I'm not really good at reading motives, so that's usually why I rely on other people to do it, which is a problem. But think about it that way, right? So the people you hang out with, sure, they're nice, maybe to your face.
Okay.
What do they want? Right? Because that's what we would be thinking towards you, right? What are your motives towards Stellan? Do you want what's best for him?
I want to get to know him better.
Yeah, but there's more to it than that in friendship. I want to get to know everybody at the school better, but it doesn't mean I'm going to be their friend.
Huh.
Sorry, I didn't realize your sound was on.
Oh, calm down.
You calm down. I didn't realize your sound was on. Turn that off.
No.
Fine. And she's going to kind of think, I suppose in the way that you put it, I'm not that great with learning other people's motives either. That's not what I do. I want to protect and heal everybody.
That's fair. But when you think of it, right, occasionally there's some people who don't deserve to be healed,
No. I think everyone deserves to be healed.
Even devils?
Why not?
Well, you know what they're going to do if you heal them.
No, I don't.
You do.
I don't.
Some people are obvious. If you're looking.
That's actually a pretty good segue. Because I'm trying to figure out something about you, and I just want to make sure so that I can help you too. You noticed I spoke up. I almost spoke up with something in class. And I wanted to make sure that I was reading you correctly. And of course I want to be on good standing with you, so I just want to make sure that I'm, everything's getting ready, or everything's getting properly set up. But just making sure. Are you in love with Melron?
Yes. Whoa! Nothing could have prepared me for that. Think about this.
What?
You talk about him all the time.
We're in a study group together.
You observed him
Oh
really...
my god, are you in love with Stellan?
When you say that, she's gonna kind of...
And that was not a transition to avoid the answer.
Yeah.
He just fully, he put it together. Wait a minute, we're talking about love? Oh, I thought we were talking about friendship.
She is going to turn beet red, and she's gonna go, no,
Oh my god.
that's no, we're not
You
talking
two
about...
would be perfect for one another.
Oh, stop it.
You say that, and she's gonna kind of wide-eyed, like, you think so?
Go for it. I got your back.
Oh my.
Carl.
Hold me, Mel.
Well, okay.
Look, you know about the party, obviously, and you know about what we're gonna do. When we're gonna do our thing, I'll cue you, and you and Stellan just leave.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
Oh, gosh.
Don't push yourself to do something you're not comfortable doing.
Yeah.
No.
But just tell him he's nice. All right, he's just as nice as you see. His intentions are good.
Okay.
Ask him to bring you here. Look at the stars.
Stop.
They're gonna be wonderful tonight. One of the constellations in the sky around this time of year is a great healer. It's the way you guys can get along. You are a great healer. He loves the stars.
Okay, I might cry.
I'll have to ask him about that. I haven't heard anything about that from him. Okay. This is really scary, though.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I know. But it's okay.
Okay. Okay.
Oh my god.
By the way, no.
What?
I'm not into Melron.
You're not?
No, I'm not gay, and I don't think he is either. Do you see the way he treats boys? Look at Cedric.
I love how perceptive.
Well,
Karl
actually,
is.
if he's gay, it's definitely not for Cedric. Now, Phelan, I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh my gosh.
Those guys were taking up the foyer. I had to squeeze right between them.
What?
Yeah, it was this whole crazy thing.
You had to squeeze past them in the foyer?
There was no room to walk.
Lies. Karl is such a
Deception.
How did they take up that much room?
It's a long story. Look, I'm not gay.
Oh.
No. What made you think I was gay? What made you think I was in a Melron?
You talk about him all the time, and you had been talking, you were paying attention to him during Melron's fight, and I thought that with you having shown up with everybody against Elias, I don't know, maybe I was just reading things wrong.
No, Melron. No, we have a complicated relationship as friends. So.
Use the F word.
He did.
Oh my
Okay.
He so did.
Well, I'm sorry if I upset you.
No,
but-
no, it was more confusing, if anything.
Okay. What was the name of that constellation? The healer?
What was the name of the constellation? The
Yeah,
healer?
that I could.
Artemis.
I'll just ask.
Artemis.
Artemis? I might have to ask Lyra about that.
Be careful around her.
Who?
Lyra. I don't know if it's on purpose, but she set herself up with Asher and Marabelle, and they're not to be trusted.
Oh, well,
We had an interaction way, way back, and it's clear that they're trying to cause problems. They were trying to turn me against Cedric, which I have no personal quarrel with him.
That's because Cedric's not that great of a person, right?
No, it's not that Cedric's not a good person. No, he's just...
Well, that's
he's
what
on a whole different level.
Marabelle told me that he's like all about himself.
Wait,
and
what? No, I was... That day where there was that situation between me and him, I caused that problem.
You did that?
Yeah, I was on medication for a condition I don't have, and I stopped taking it, so all the side effects... Long story, I was the problem. That's why also I'm having Asterial reach out to Orin for me, because I caused that situation. Orin isn't upset at him, he's upset at me.
Oh, well, this is all fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, don't
Yeah,
talk about Marabelle.
Like, Marabelle's cheated in that fight with Nerine because she's trying to get one over on everybody.
No, I thought that...
She wanted to overthrow the kingdom. I know,
That's
crazy. There's no experience, but that's what she's bringing Asher and Lyra. That's what they were coming to me for.
Make a persuasion check.
Come on, Karl.
I believe in you.
Come on,
so
Karl.
much.
I believe in the heart of the cards.
It's okay, it's 17.
17?
Decent.
She's going to kind of go...
You have advantage because I told her to go for it with Stellan?
No, but your DC is lowered.
Okay. Take that.
She's going to kind of go... I'll have to ask her about that.
Careful.
Nerine.
People will tell you one thing to your face in order to keep you. Let's watch... Well, you focus on Stellan at the party, but also just keep an eye on her and Asher and Lyra and just see how they act. See what they say to other people.
Okay.
Yeah, and Cedric's not a bad guy. He's just got a job to do. All right, and I was trying to remind Orin that there's this difference between talking to a dude and the prince.
But the prince is just a dude.
Not with the conversation Orin wanted to have.
Oh. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Thank you. I'm sorry for
whole
the
tangent.
Yeah.
First off, I'm not gay. Secondly, go for it.
Okay.
To recap, not gay, go for it. Don't trust Marabelle.
It's a pretty solid conversation,
Yeah.
I'd say.
And she's going to kind of go, okay. And she's going to start to walk out the door. And she's going to turn around. She's going to say...
She turns and sees me tilting the telescope to where the healer would be in the sky to prep for it.
And she's going to kind of go up the stairs just a little bit. And she's going to say... Is Debi into Stellan too?
I think she views him more like another cousin, but I don't know. She hasn't said anything to me, so I don't know.
Okay.
But here's the thing. If I do know anything about Debi, it's that you shouldn't not do something just because of her, especially if it's something that's good for you. You know, if you want to see if Stellan likes you back, go for it. She wouldn't be upset that you tried.
Preach.
Okay.
Plus, he said you were the smartest person he knows, and he knows me. So there's got to be at least some connection.
He Yeah, he did say that, didn't he?
Because he's a dork.
Okay.
He's a little
And you know what?
nerd.
If it works out, cool. If you ever need a buddy to kind of third wheel and make sure you're comfortable, bring me. We'll talk about some more medical inventions.
Okay.
That would be something that's good.
Sure thing. Thank you, Karl.
He's like aiming the telescope.
All right.
Even though it's daytime, he just knows where it's
yeah.
going to be. So he's
Yeah.
like, right.
Ah, the sun.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of your daytime. Sorry to monopolize, but I feel like that was good. Anybody else?
I mean, we had plans to go to the gym.
You're still here. It's over. I mean, subscribe for more, but it's over. Don't forget to like and share, I guess. Weird.